Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So, before I get started, I invite in divine wisdom, infinite intelligence, and the ancestors for our highest evolving, that I may channel these messages with discernment and integrity. Thank you for the clarity. So, before I started this message, a little earlier today, I got the picture of an ant. A small little ant, right? And then I heard microcosm, macrocosm. Micro and macrocosm. And when you think about macro and macro, they're two sides of the same coin, right? And so the microcosm is a smaller part of a bigger whole, the macro. The ant is a small part of something bigger, our world, right? And we could be considered the macro, something small, a small part of the universe, of the cosmos. I got the macro, something bigger, right? And so it's like, it led me to think of how things, we all play a certain part in something that's bigger, greater. But we can get focused on just the small part and not the bigger whole or the bigger picture, right? So let me give you, to assist in this, and I don't know where the message is going, I'm just pulling the energy to see what the divine is saying to me. And you know that whenever we take time, if you pay attention to nature and how things move, how things are proceeding, you can always receive downloads and messages. Nature, spirit is always giving us signs, synchronicities, insight, wisdom, right? And so something was speaking to me very clearly about the ant. One, about how one can get a lot done. Like, you'll see an ant and it can carry like 5-10 times its size, right? But when you put a bunch of them together, the things that they create and build together, right? Macro and macro, micro and macro. So when it comes to the micro or microcosm, you could think of it like your community being a bigger part of your city being a part of your state. These are just examples to give you idea of macrocosm, right? It's the smaller parts of something bigger. So when it comes to microcosm, it can be used to describe anything that's a representative of something else. So like, we're a smaller part or a microcosm of the divine, of the cosmos, okay? A good synonym for microcosm would be a representative. We're representatives of the universe, of the cosmos. We're a sample, an example. We're a prototype, a manifestation even, if you will, right? So a microcosm of society is a small place, or it could be a situation that has the same characteristics as something much larger, okay? The macrocosm is like the world as a whole, with a microcosm being a small part So that's some of the things for micro. Now, macrocosm, it says, is the whole of a complex structure, especially the world or the universe. The macro analogy refers to a historical view which structurally similarly between the human being and the cosmos. Again, like I was saying, humans are like a microcosm of the universe, of the cosmos, of the divine, of something even much more greater. So what's an example? Well, we said that, the universe. I'm just seeing what else they have to offer with this. The macrocosm is everything that exists. It's another world. It's another word for universe or cosmos. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think we got what I was wanting to get out of that. Not sure where they want to take me with this message today, but we're going to get into this, okay? So coming right out, we have the white mulberry. And the white mulberry, when it comes to nature, because remember I said I got this from looking at things in nature. More specifically, I was shown the picture of the ant. Why the ant? White mulberry is a representation of unity. On a spiritual level, that's what the white mulberry stands for. And if you see harmony between the yin and the yang, so this is giving me that energy of harmony between masculine and feminine, the harmony between macrocosm being a smaller part of the macrocosm, something bigger. So spiritually, many of you may be coming into this awareness that there is something greater going on here. There is a bigger concept when it comes to spirituality, that it's not just about the one small portion. Take this as it resonates for those of you who this message is going to resonate with. It's like those of you who are coming into the awareness that there's a bigger picture when it comes to spirituality. It's not just, we've only seen a small portion of it. There is something greater that is happening, that is occurring, for I'm getting the benefit in a benevolent way for us all, or at least for those who this message resonates with, because everyone has free will, and I'm not here to force anything on anyone, just here to deliver the guidance, the insight, and the clarity that I've received, okay? So with the white mulberry being here, and it's speaking of harmony, this harmony is happening for many of us on an ancestral level. It's like macro to macro again. You are a microcosm, a portion of your lineage, of your ancestors. Each of your ancestors that came before you was a microcosm that grew into a macro that is now you. And the version of you, as you're creating your family tree and having children, is also creating a bigger part of the picture. So it's just like that with a family tree. If you look here, you have these branches. These are the microcosms, right? The DNA that's in the lineage. And it's creating one big tree as you all come together. For many of you, there's harmony that's being created within your lineage as you're coming into this awareness about the macro and the macro. how your portion, your version, you as an individual uniquely is playing a part in a bigger picture of your lineage, and how you can bring harmony to it, how you're able to heal certain things, especially with God and Aoi here. The healing comes for the things that have hurt the ancestral line, hurt you as an individual, that is even hurting society, hurting us all as a collective, because we're all a macro, a smaller part, a smaller version of something greater that is happening. So on multiple levels, many dimensions, this healing is happening. The things that have been hurting us societally, that has been hurting us individually, and the things that have continued throughout generations. There's this healing that is occurring. There's this harmony that's being created, especially in this age of Aquarius, where many are coming into the wisdom of more healing techniques, more healing strategies, and the fact that in some ways we've been moving from an aspect of being hurt about certain things. It's like they had that saying, hurt people hurt people. Well, then can we not have the flip of that coin, where healed people heal people, where empowered people empower people? I'm hearing like each one teach one, right? Like you don't have to keep up the same things that created the hurt. There are different techniques and strategies that are now being implemented through wisdom, through guidance, through higher wisdom. I am going to clarify this God and Aoi. As a matter of fact, let's do it now. I'm going to take from the Star Tarot and find out, so that we can know on a deeper level what this God and Aoi, what are these things that were hurting you individually, you as a part of your lineage, or society as a whole. You take it as it resonates as these messages come forth, okay? Show me God and Aoi. What does the collective need to know about this God and Aoi? Clarify it, please. Give us clarity. Give us insight. Okay. Turn it right side up. Okay. So when we got God and Aoi, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Empress here. Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold, and now coming into, so what I'm getting with this, okay, I got a few messages. Let's take it on a macro. On a macro, this is someone feeling left out in the cold, right? Or being rejected by an Empress. You have to take it as it resonates. But what I get as a bigger part of this is that when it comes to the divine feminine energy, the Empress energy, there has been this unbalancing of the scale where harmony is now being brought forth, or this is where the harmony needs to be brought forth together, because we've lived in a patriarchal society where there's been a lot of focus on the male aspect, dealing with very distorted masculine energy. And there's been like a backseatness when it came to divine feminine energy. There's now this harmony, white mulberry, masculine and feminine, yin and yang, that needs to be healed, God and Aoi, from the rejection of the divine feminine energy, healing distorted divine feminine energy. Now you can take this as it resonates on multiple aspects. Some won't like when I say this, but I'm not here to be a people pleaser with my words. We have divine feminine distortion going on in a multitude of ways. One, with mothers who, and I'm going to list out a bunch of things because so much is coming to me in this present moment, with mothers who have not learned to nurture first and foremost themselves. And so then they don't know how to pass that on to their next generation with the way that they discipline, communicate with their youth. We also have that when we come to, let's put it out there, men that decide that they want to be women. Women that not sure that they are women and they want to be men. relationship wise, when it comes to men and women as a whole and having balance, when it comes to creating partnerships. There are so many aspects that are needing to be healed, that have been in a poor state. Five of Pentacles when it comes to the divine feminine energy. 5 and 8. 5 of Pentacles, 3 with the Empress. To bring back that abundance. The abundance of harmony. The abundance of healing past generations, so that future generations don't have to have this same lack mentality of the 5 of Pentacles, or the lack of having harmony when it comes to the masculine and the feminine being whole as one. This could also be some who don't have their masculine and their feminine in balance. You're either not in touch with your feminine energy, or you're overly in touch with your feminine energy. Take it as it resonates. There are so many aspects that with this message is saying needs to be healed. Got an owie when it comes to divine feminine energy. You place it where it goes for you. There are a multitude of storylines that are happening when it comes to this reading, but the main over focus of the reading is about bringing the harmony back between the masculine and the feminine, bringing harmony, bringing balance. Okay, in order to heal the ancestral lineage, to heal the divine mother, I'm hearing essence of it all, and to strengthen the generations that are to come after. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Yeah, because it's time to fly. Card number 44, Master Number here. Even the Ascended Masters are on board with this message and saying that it is time to bring forth this healing. There's a hotline. This hotline is about being able to communicate with higher forces, Ascended Masters, those that are in the spiritual realm, ancestors, those that have come before us, that have this wisdom, that are seeing things from a different perspective, from a spiritual perspective. We can communicate, receive this divine wisdom, downloads, insight as to how to heal these owies or hurt. A lot of the runes are speaking today. Okay, that's a lot. Let's put that up. Because, especially with the cup being here and the Petra rune, this is all about that divine wisdom that's coming forth. It's like, if you're taking the time to tap in, whether that be through meditation, whether that be through prayer, whether that just be through you going within, however it is that you connect with the spiritual wisdom within you, this wisdom is coming forth. Again, like I said, Age of Aquarius, there is a multitude of avenues, pathways where wisdom is coming through about what needs to be healed and how to heal it. It's divinely guided. And this cup, the fact that the Petra rune represents cups, this is about emotional healing on multiple levels, in multiple ways. I'm also hearing that we hear so many times, you can't pour out to others from an empty cup, if you see that word there, right? But for many of you, your cup is empty because it's being filled now with divine wisdom, with divine healing, with divine guidance is what I'm getting here. So as this divine guidance is coming forth, you need to know that you're spiritually protected, right? You may feel like you're walking alone, but you're not. And just like some may see your beauty, they may feel a harshness from your words, like a rose here. If you pick it up fresh from the rose bush patch, there are thorns that are on it to keep you from grabbing it anyway. Some of you have a very divine essence about you, but there's also this protection that is surrounding you. So where it may look like you're walking alone, you're being encouraged to speak your message, to go forward with the divine wisdom, guidance, and insight that you have, and not be afraid to walk your path. Do you see? Walk your path. In the night, into the light, because that's what's going to bring the balance. Knowing that you're protected and that you have the strength to bring this forward. This isn't just physical strength. Yes, physical strength is important, and I do get this energy that for many of you, your physical strength is also being like healed, like you're gonna become physically stronger as you take the steps to create that physical strength. But I get more so, this is about spiritual strength. Many of you are more spiritually strong than you even recognize, and it's time for you to take that journey of allowing yourself to express yourself. For some, the way that you express yourself might seem a little strong, like they don't necessarily want to hear certain aspects from you, but you were given that strength for a reason. And I also get that for many of you, your words have power. Spiritually, when you speak something, it moves and it shakes things in the spiritual realm, is what I'm getting. Don't take that lightly, and use that power to help create a pathway for others as well as for yourself. This is where that ancestral healing is coming forth. This is how you heal the things that are hurting on a macro for yourself, so that it ripples out into the macrocosm. Okay? And that's what I'm getting with that. And there's a lot that's being there is a lot that is happening. Like, multidimensional beings is what we are. So where you may only be seeing a small portion of the macro, know that I just heard there's levels to this. And one level and how you get a lot of this healing going forth is through forgiveness. Forgiveness of self. Once you recognize where you have not been speaking to yourself or taking even the best actions for yourself, like not giving self-care, self-compassion, not filling your own cup when you're pouring out to others. And as you forgive self, that in and of itself allows you to strengthen self, so that you're now that much more easier and able to forgive others. The macro starting with self, so that it resonates out into the macro. Forgiveness is a higher vibrational energy. It's not even always something that's easy to do, but it is something, whether we know it or not, that is necessary to do. One, because it heals the heart space. If you look at this card, it's the green. And as you look at it, it's starting from within. Do you see how it's like these bubbles, this magic, I'm getting chakras. And if you look at it, it's the red, the yellow, the orange that starts within the lower chakras, the macro that resonates out into the heart chakra. And then if you look on the outside, there's this blue and the purple of the higher chakras that brings it all together. And then it radiates out. Again, the macro starting within, as it hits the heart right there in the center to balance things out, and then it goes out, ripple effect, higher chakras into the macro, connecting you to the universe, to the cosmos, to the divine, to the bigger picture. I just heard. Whoa. Okay. And for many of you, this has been something that many of you have been uncertain about. you felt maybe a little clouded with this awareness that you've been coming into. Card number 43. 4, you're now getting the stability. 3, to connect with others, connect with the divine, connecting with your creativity. 4 and 3 is 7. That spiritual essence of awareness has come forth. You're gaining more clarity about your family. And this is, yes, your family that you were born into, but this is also family of a spiritual nature, your soul family, those that you resonate with and you vibrate with, those that are coming, whether it's for a season, a reason, or you're connecting for your entire lifetime. For some of you, you've connected with some that are family from past lifetimes. All in all, this uncertainty is being healed. And there is harmony that's being brought forth. Family is card number 51. 5 and 1 is 6. There's that balance and that harmony. The uncertainty came for you to have these spiritual lessons, spiritual enlightenment, this awareness about the healing that needed to take place, and creating strategies, techniques to receive this healing, and then to also implement this healing. That's the balancing. You're receiving and then you're giving. You're not just sitting on this information. You're sharing it with others in the best way that you know how. And the more awareness that we come into, the more able we are to elevate the consciousness as a whole, macro to macro. Okay? And as we're doing this healing, coming into this awareness, it's creating this, again, 25, spiritual elevation with magic here. This elevation even of happiness. Happiness because we're more aware of self. Knowing thyself is one of the best forms of happiness one can have. Because once you know yourself, no one can tell you, I just heard no one can shake you. No one can break you because you're knowing yourself. So even when the storms come, you're able to go within to strengthen yourself, to tap into that harmony. But I was also going to say happiness within. Finding the happiness and the pleasure of even the small things, of just hearing a bird sing, or being able to go out and look at the full moon, to being able to breathe in the night air, being able to connect with others, but more importantly, being able to connect even with yourself. Know thyself. Micro to macro. When you know thyself, you know your place within this universe, within this bigger picture, within this puzzle. And that brings forth this energy of gratitude. Keeping that energy of gratitude for being a part of, for being this micro that is a part of the macro. In other words, giving gratitude to the Most High, gratitude to the universe, gratitude to your family, gratitude to yourself for accepting yourself, accepting that you are a part of something bigger, accepting that you in every way and every day are learning and gaining more awareness of self that helps you play your part, meaning your piece in the puzzle. We all are like pieces of a bigger puzzle. And when you're thankful for even your piece in the puzzle, because the picture's not complete without you, baby. Yes, you have a part here. Whether you feel like you do or not, you do. And it's about gaining that spiritual awareness. We have 3 cards of 7. Card number 25, 2 and 5, with the Moonlight Enchantment with magic here. Card number 25. Card number 7 with happiness. And card number 43 with uncertainty. So many of you have felt uncertain about the part you came to play in this, about your version of being a microcosm. And you might have felt like an ant in this big cog of a wheel of a world. But remember what I said, the ant by itself can carry weight 5, close to 10 times its size. And it can get things done. But when you put the magic to it and you find the happiness within and able to work with others, the spiritual awareness of how you came to play a part in certain things, oh, the things you're able to accomplish for the bigger picture. This is for someone. There's some of you that have been questioning, am I on this spiritual journey? Am I doing this right? Yes, sweetie, you're on a journey. And it just starts with the macro, you and your own unique self, your own unique creativity, your unique abilities. And it's like a wave. Sometimes you're going to be up and sometimes the wave goes down. But as you're finding balance, because we have 2 cards, and one of the cards is gratitude, card number 56, with family here. 5 and 1 is the transformation. 1 is the new beginning as the transformation has happened. 6 to bring that harmony. And the harmony comes with you being thankful. Gratitude is a great place to start to set a foundation where you can be thankful for the storms even that have come in your life. Thankful for the awareness that they've given you. Thankful for the ups and even thankful for the downs because they allow you to appreciate the ups that much more. It allows you to appreciate 6, the harmony and the balance. It allows you to appreciate and be thankful for the healing. So as we're staying in this attitude of gratitude because it's time to fly, being thankful for the connection with Hotline and keeping an open heart. The Hotline gives you, as you're keeping an open heart, it gives you this hotline that allows you micro to connect outward to the macro again with a deeper connection. Because your heart's not closed off. And the heart, when we're speaking of macro to micro, the heart is that center place. It's like your chakras are one portion of you that help balance out the whole of you. But your heart chakra is what allows it to radiate out, allows you to manifest, allows you to connect with this hotline, allows you to connect with soul partners and have eternal connections. And take this as it resonates. For many of you, this is coming into resonance with yourself. Yin and yang. We're balancing out the masculine and the feminine. We spoke about that earlier in the reading, where many of you are finding harmony within. So your twin is your masculine and your feminine energy. For others of you, you are on a twin flame journey. It's very rare. And you're connecting with soul partners. You're bringing in harmony and balance. You take it as it resonates for you. You will know, and if you're not sure, ask for guidance. Card number 16 again. 6 and 1 is that 7, that spiritual awareness, where you're able to ask for guidance about these soul partners and these eternal connections, okay? But there is this harmony and healing. I keep hearing harmony and healing. White mulberries about harmony and healing. And again, the ancestors that are for our greatest evolving, that are assisting us with discernment and being in integrity are here. We have ancestors here twice, so they're speaking loudly today. Ancestor healing and ancestors with generations here. This is card number 1. So it's like there's a newness, a freshness that's happening within the ancestral connection. Many of you are trusting your instincts and you're trusting that your soul is on this quest. You may feel alone, like a lone wolf within this, but your ancestors are saying you're not alone. Spiritually, we're here with you. You can always connect with us. And for those of you who feel disconnected from your ancestors, is what I'm getting is, especially with this being card number 1, it's like there's a new beginning that's happening, and they want you to honor that connection. You know now, you have an awareness of some things that have happened. For many of you that have gone through this path where you felt disconnected from your ancestors, it's like there's a surgence of energy, because you're now aware that you're not alone, that you're simply a smaller part of something bigger, and you're going to, or you're being encouraged to, honor your ancestral lineage. You know better, you do better. That's their message. Take it as it resonates. Don't put your lineage to shame. When you know better, you do better. Who that's for, they'll know, okay? And then I'm going to wrap this up with some crystal cards. And then any last tarot messages, okay? Well, yeah. Because your ancestors want you now, because you do know better, to trust your instinct. Trust your instincts. Some of you have also been connecting with animals. Again, that's why I got the message through the ant. But I'm also seeing other animals. Owls right now I'm seeing. But birds. Something about birds. But your animals are even giving you divine wisdom and insight. For those of you who don't have animals, pay attention to the ones that are coming around you. And pay attention when you're out in nature. I'm getting that there is downloads at this time that are coming forth, like divine wisdom and insight that's going to offer immense clarity for healing, immense clarity for harmony. Take that as it resonates. And this, these downloads, this wisdom, is going to assist you with being graceful. It's going to assist you with self-mastery and assist you with the actions to take as you're moving forward. Moving forward with healing, moving forward with connecting with your ancestors, and moving forward as you being a part of the microcosm, and what you're rippling out into the macrocosm in a way where it's done gracefully, in a way that it benefits you, but it also benefits those that are connected to you, okay? And let's see. I was going to wrap it up, but I forgot this one, okay? And may I have something from here as well? Many of you, these downloads are coming, and it's going to spark a creativity twice. I heard creativity. It's going to see card number 7 and card number 31. This says unleash your creativity, and this has creativity. So there's something about when you're out in nature, or when you're outside, or when you're observing animals or connecting with animals, it's going to assist you in a way that allows you to connect with your creativity, and assist you in a way where you're creatively connecting with others. It's time for those of you who are resonating with these messages, as you receive the downloads, as you receive the divine wisdom, to unleash your creativity. Whatever wisdom is coming forth for you, don't be afraid. Know that you're protected, and go forth in your own unique creative way in expressing yourself. This is about self-expression, your macro becoming a bigger part of the macro, because baby, you're a part of this bigger picture, and you were designed for this. I heard, yes, designed for this, okay? Yeah, and this tapping into your creativity is going to allow for your manifestations to come to card number 22, the number of the master builder, a master number of the master builder. So many of you with your creativity, It's allowing for you to build on the spiritual realms, especially as you tap into that forgiveness. Now, that's twice that we've also had forgiveness come out here as well. So the forgiveness card number 19 creates the new beginnings, but the forgiveness card number 14 allows for that transformation to occur so that these new beginnings may also occur, so that your manifestations come forth because your heart chakra is clear, forgiving of self and forgiving of others. Okay? Alrighty. Okay, so, and keeping that attitude of gratitude. I keep hearing that. I'm going to grab some crystals real quick to wrap up this message. Anything else? Thank you. Okay. We have 2 that came out to assist you with this healing the owies, connecting with the ancestors, connecting with your creativity, ushering in this forgiveness, okay? And connecting with the soul partners and allowing these eternal connections, the eternal connection of your unique micro self, microcosm, to ripple out and connect with the macro, the bigger picture. We have the symbiorite. And the bronzite. The symbiorite looks like this, and this is what the bronzite looks like. Bronzite I actually have here. And so this is what this looks like, okay? Beautiful brown and black stone. Looks like a piece of the earth, okay? Now, the bronzite is a crystal where its main power is restoring harmony. That's exactly what we started out the message talking about. With the white mulberry, it spoke about harmony. Harmony of the masculine, harmony of the feminine. But the bronzite will help you to magnify that energy of harmony. Bronzite is a crystal that restores balance. We talked about that, balance of the masculine and the feminine. So this crystal is going to amplify everything that was said in the message. It's going to amplify the connections between you and the ancestors, the connection of being able to forgive, the connection of healing, and being able to fly freely through and with your creativity, with your emotions, and getting those balanced. But bronzite, again, as it brings in the balance and the peace, it allows you to, as a spiritual being, wash away the past and motivates you to start planning a bright future. Bronzite breaks down the psychic static that's stopping you from moving on. And it's time to move on so that as this healing is occurring, there's harmony, there's balance. You're not stuck with everything that hurt. You're forgiving yourself and you're moving forward. Moving on, okay? Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Hey. 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 All right. And then symbiorite. I don't know. I'm not in the singing mood, but I'm in a singing mood. Anyway, the symbiorite says this stone is often mistaken for amber. Amber is not really a stone. It comes from the sap of trees. But symbiorite looks a lot like amber. And the symbiorite is a crystal that emits a warm, powerful energy. It's been known to wake up the chakras, see, a micro of your body, the chakras. So this crystal can assist you as it emits energy to wake up your chakras, especially the heart chakra, and provide motivation. When you hold the symbiorite in your hand during meditation, it can have the ability to lift your spirit out of any fog or any everyday stress or anything that you're not having clarity about. I also want to give you the definition of harmony, since we were speaking so much about harmony. Now, some of you may remember or know that harmony, when we usually speak of it, I think of it in a musical term. So whenever music is in harmony, it has a very pleasing effect. And more times than not, I think of 4-part harmony. So for those of you who sing, you'll know soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Now, each individual person has their own melody. But when you take a soprano, an alto, a tenor, and a bass and put it all together, you get this beautiful 4-part harmony that sounds delightful. So that's like you, micro to macro. Each individual, a Scorpio, some of you may be Scorpios, a soprano has a melody, an alto has a melody, the tenor has a melody, and the baritone or the bass has a melody. And so that's the micro, right? But when you put all 4 voices together, soprano, alto, tenor, and bass, you get a macro, where the music sounds that much more pleasant, that much more full. Okay, so when I think of harmony, I always think of music first and foremost. But harmony is also an agreement in action. Harmony is an agreement in action, opinion, feeling, and being of one accord. Order or congruency of parts to their whole or to one another, agreeable sounds, music, any combination of notes. Okay, what does human mean? In psychology, harmony refers to a positive state of inner peace, calmness, and balance, as well as the feelings of being in tune with the world. Okay, so there it is again. Micro to macro in harmony. Okay, that has been today's message. Oh, no. Any last messages? I'm going to wrap this up with the tarot. Any last messages you would like for the collective to receive? Okay, well. We have the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and we end it with the 3 of Swords. Interesting. Okay, well, we spoke about, as we first started the reading, healing, right? God and Owie was one of the first cards out. If there's nothing that looks like God and Owie to me, it's 10 of Swords. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 10 different swords being put in your back. I think that could hurt, right? Ow. Like major ow. Emphasizing ow, right? And it's like many of you have gone through that. You've gone through the owies, you've done the healing, and you're being recognized for doing the healing. And there's new beginnings that are happening, right? And so as these new beginnings that are happening, you're going to be able to find those that you can collaborate with, cooperate with, those that make you feel enchanted as you're connecting with them, like you're able to unleash your magic. Queen of Wands here. And this magic that you're releasing as you're collaborating with others, it's allowing for that healing to happen. Allowing the healing of the heart. And that starts with that forgiveness. That's what the message was very much speaking on. We had 2 cards that spoke of forgiveness. And if there's anything, where'd it go? Where's the other forgiveness? 2 cards here, see? That spoke of forgiveness. And if there's anything that ever looks like forgiveness, honey, when you put that together, that's 13 swords. But 13 also represents the death card, meaning that cycle is over. Death is also transformation, and it's over so that new beginnings can happen, where there can be collaboration, cooperation, new beginnings, and self awareness, but also awareness from others as they're recognizing within themselves where they're hurt and doing the healing work, the inner work. It then, macro to micro, allows for you all to be able to connect together. Three of Pentacles. Those that have done the inner work, are willing to do the inner work, are looking at self, not playing victim, healing themselves so that they don't create more hurt people. Instead, able to uplift others, able to collaborate and cooperate, able to present new opportunities for others, not just for self, able to let and know that there is enough for all. There's magic in that. When there's no lack mindset of it just having to be me, but you can create magical opportunities for me and thee, meaning yourself and others. Because we live in a very abundant universe. And there's more than enough to go around. So those that are creating scarcity, those that are plummeting and pillaging the earth instead of restoring and replenishing, yeah, those cycles are ending so that new cycles are beginning. Okay, that's been the message for today. I want to thank you for joining me, Tonae Star, here with Tonae Star Enterprises, where yes, we stand on business. And I do invite you guys, well, nope, I won't speak on it until it's up. Sorry, can't say that part. We stand on business, and this has been another voyage of the enterprise, because enterprise does mean business, and enterprise is also where we connect with the cosmos on a higher level. And you've just been on another voyage of the enterprise to the 5D and beyond. And I want to thank you for joining me. Remember, always shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you are still amongst the stars. And to always, 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 always let your light shine bright. Thank you for joining me.